Hello and welcome to Spark Joy Astrology. This is the intense astrology for Friday, July 21st, 2023. Oh my, we have been working with quite an intense week and it just keeps going, friends. Today is not quite the peak of it all either. Tomorrow will be. And then maybe if you call Chiron going retrograde on Sunday, that could even be the peak. It is hard to say, but I think tomorrow might be it. But let's dive into today because it is equally as intense as tomorrow. It starts with actually, let's back up. We're still feeling some aspects from yesterday. One being the sun trining Neptune at 27 degrees. This was exact yesterday, but we're definitely feeling the energy all the way to the end of this day. And the sun trining Neptune is a beautiful energy, friends. It is one of compassion. It is an energetic download from the higher realms, so we can get some energetic gifts here, psychic gifts. We are definitely in the flow, so trusting your gut is a beautiful thing. Yesterday and today, as we work with this beautiful flowy energy, it is in the wedge shape, so we do have Pluto sextiling Neptune and then that beautiful trine to Neptune, so it creates this triangle shape in the cosmos, this flow of these dynamic energies working together to give us that intuitive insight. And so that's a beautiful aspect that we're still working with. We also have a challenging one from yesterday that is still being felt all the way until the end of tomorrow. And this is Mars opposite Saturn. We are getting serious with this energy. Saturn can kind of squish Mars' enthusiasm and passion. So there can be frustration in our lives around now. We can really use this plan, or rather this energy, to make a plan. Saturn is that energy of responsibility, of dutiful action, and Mars loves to take action. So to use these energies together, it is a great opportunity to make a realistic plan to obtain our desires. Mars wants us to fulfill our desires. So we are able to see unmet needs and desires in this energy. Watch out about getting resentful, but instead use it for making that plan, for self-discipline. But definitely patience is needed here. There's a lot of power that we're wielding with these two malefic planets opposing one another. This is definitely can get into energy of fights around who's right or wrong rather, and kind of seeing things only from your point of view. So there is this hint of rebellion in the air. Maybe someone is standing in your way, creating that desire to rebel. But Saturn and Mars, it's a tricky one. Well, let's dive into the astrology of today at 12:03 a.m. So just shortly after this day started, our moon at 6 degrees of Virgo opposed Saturn. So here we have moon and Mars. They're pretty much together because at 12:36 a.m. the moon conjuncts Mars. So here we are, we have the moon and Mars blending together in Virgo. This is very much a action-oriented energy towards wellness. And because Pallas Athena is also traveling close to Mars, they are in a close conjunction, we have this really strategic energy towards wellness, Virgoian type things. So when the moon opposes Saturn, we again get this serious energy. There can be sadness with this aspect. It is a good aspect to go within. So maybe taking time out from your everyday early in the morning, that was a good thing to do because there could be an emotional battle going on. You know, our moon is our emotional nature, also representing those closest to us, intimate relationships, and our body. And Mars is the warrior. Mars is with the moon, so there's a warrior energy there. And opposing Saturn, wow, friends, we just mixed in all that I spoke to. You know, Mars can squish out, or Saturn can squish out Mars's passion and enthusiasm, so frustration. Then you add the moon in, and it's all of our emotional nature. So this is intense, friends. If you go to yesterday's video and you check out the Yod, the finger of God on Venus that's been there since July 3rd, there is this inescapable challenge that we are all dealing with, and the moon and Mars together opposing Saturn really intensifies that. So friends, deep breaths today. When the moon comes to meet Mars in Virgo at 12:36 a.m., we could tap into some courage, enthusiasm, some initiation to act. This really is empowered desires. So definitely getting into what makes us passionate. What are we living for? Work around impulsivity, because the Mars energy wants to do and go and charge. So there could be temper tantrums. If you have children, that blame it on Mars and the moon coming together early in the day. But these are opposite energy. Mars is that warrior, and the moon is this nurturing energy. So, and Virgo, Mars does not do oh so well in Virgo. So it's this really stuck feeling possibly this morning, lacking confidence, lacking that chutzpah to get going. But luckily at 12:30 p.m. we get a beautiful positive aspect with the moon coming into 12 degrees in Virgo, reaching out to Taurus. They are 5 houses away, meaning that they are making a trine together. A trine is by nature of Jupiter, expansive, benevolent, lucky Jupiter. And so when our moon harmonizes to Jupiter, we have the ability to expand and have beautiful moods. This is the ability to look at our values, because Jupiter is in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So we're always looking at what brings us value in life, through money, through creativity, through expression. So this is a beautiful energy at 12:30, friends, to give yourself some expansive love, a nurturing hug. I taught yoga. I was teaching yoga at this time, and it was full. We had more than capacity, and so it was beautiful to see people come in to love themselves today and to give themselves that hug. It might be a great idea to get outside, sit on Mother Earth, and really tap into all those lovely earth energies that the Taurus sign offers up. Oh, you can feel your life purpose with this energy. This is powerful energy to get into that inner creator mode and, turn it on. This is strong flow energy to feel our inner desires amplified. So definitely a nice one to follow up after Mars got all fired up with the moon opposite Saturn. Where do we want our lives? Where's that plan that we're writing? How do we want it to expand, right? Jupiter wants us to expand. And in the sign of Taurus, we are working on how we bring these energies into reality, how we manifest them. Okay, now comes the big one, friends, the Grand Cross between Pluto opposite the Sun and the North nodes on either side, all at 29 degrees. 29 is the anaretic degree. Each house has 30 degrees, and when you get to that 29th, the universe delivers you tests. It wants to see what you've learned as you've traversed that entire house's energy. So here we have Pluto, who has been finishing up a 14-year cycle beginning in 2008. He's at the 29th degree of Capricorn, going retrograde. So we're not quite done with these ending tests, because he will come back to be retrograde here at the end of 2024. But he's almost finished with a huge cycle, friends. And he's opposite the Sun, which represents the energy in your life path, the focus, the direction. And so when Pluto is opposite the Sun, we have some intensity happening out there. So deep breaths. Deep breaths are an incredible tool for tonight, friends, because at 9:52 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, our sun moves into that 29th degree of Cancer. Here we go, nurturing ourselves, but opposite Pluto in Capricorn. It's time to confront the ghosts in our cellar, at the foundation of our psyche. We need to do the soul work tonight, friends, and we need to integrate, because what's happening tomorrow is Pluto will move to a little further at 29 in a few more minutes and seconds and square the nodes of the moon. We are working with a skipped step, something in our past lives even, that we were not really ready to handle. And so now this cycle, we're coming back to it with this square of Pluto to the nodes to really transform. Can we learn the lesson so that we can take that gold of a lesson, integrate it, and become more empowered, more enriched? Pluto wants us to up level. So the sun today opposite Pluto is asking you, what karmic crap do you need to transform? Where can you learn the lessons around control, jealousy, your inner shadow, child work, inner child work? But there's definitely a crisis with this energy, but we can up level from this. So it's a beautiful energy as well if you're able to make that push through the crisis and into evolution. Whew, intense, friends. This is the peak of a powerful wave that has been building, and we are at the end of a big chapter in our life. This 29-degree grand cross is really like the fireworks at the end of a 4th of July show. You know, it always gets way more intense at the end. So it's time to see that intensity. It's time to evolve. At 11:14 p.m., the sun moves to 29 degrees and 11 minutes. It was at 29:08 when it was opposite Pluto. Now just a little bit further, and the sun is squaring the nodes of the moon. So all that we've confronted when Pluto was opposite the sun, Pluto representing shadows, dark things, and the sun illuminating them to bring them into light, all that we've confronted, now we are breaking old patterns. Hello, finger of God. If you did not watch yesterday's video, go back and definitely watch it, because it points to Venus being at this point of God's finger saying it's time to break old patterns and evolve. This is generational patterns that we are breaking, old karmic patterns. So this is intense, friends, but we are freeing the path to achieve our real, true, heartfelt aspirations. Venus is about to go retrograde tomorrow. It's all about reevaluating how our heart wants to feel, looking at old relationships, old money stories, and up-leveling them, integrating these lessons, and becoming the best us. Whew, it's intense, friends, but it's your choice. It's always your choice to continue on that pattern and keep working it, or maybe this is where we alchemize any pain from past patterns and we switch the pattern, we rewrite it. We have the chance to do that. We have the opportunity to make a choice. So tonight, friends, is a beautiful night to maybe journal it out, but really go inward. We're working with a big wave of change, of integration, of a skipped karmic step when it comes to Plutonian things. Pluto wants us to transform from looking at shadow, integrating, and becoming more powerful. It is about power, so watch out for power struggles. This is intense. With that being said, friends, I send you so much love, and I will see you tomorrow as we talk about Pluto squaring the nodes and Venus going retrograde. It's another big day. All right, lots of love. Mwah.